Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. It's Wendy here from Little Nest Crafts. Thank you for joining me today. This video is going to be slightly different. It's going to be a haul video where I want to share with you some of the books that I've acquired recently. There'll be two videos in this series. There's this haul that I'm going to be showing you that I received from a friend whose grandmother passed away recently, and she was an avid reader, apparently, very scholarly lady, and was apparently very adept at languages. And my friend put an ad out and asked if anybody would like some of her books. So I approached her and said yes please, yes please. So I went over one afternoon a couple of months back now, and she let me have dibsies into her stash of books that her grandma had got in the house because they were doing a house clearance. So the first one that I've got, and all of these are language books, so I'm afraid I can't tell you what they are, translate, because I'm hopeless at languages. I can barely speak English, if the truth be known, these days. So you'll just have to bear with. Now this one, it's a sweet little book, and I thought it's a nice size to perhaps do an altered book with, and I quite like the cover on that. And I don't think it's that old. When I've looked inside, there is an inscription, and I can't read what it is because it's in French, but it was gifted in 1976. And if any of you can tell me what that inscription says, I'd be very grateful. Hold it up to the camera for a minute or two. And yeah, it's got nice yellowing pages, so they're sort of whiter in the middle and yellowing on the outside, and the title is La Petite Fadette, and it's written by somebody called George Sand, and this is 1967. It was published circa 1967 in Paris. And yeah, it's got a bit of a dictionary timelined in the front from 1804. And I did a quick search on the internet to find out a little bit about the book. And apparently George Sand is a 19th century novelist. And this little book is about the love between a farmer and his family. And he's got quite a few children, and his wife gives birth to two identical little boys, twin boys. And the book apparently is about the complexities of family life in rural France, bringing up two little boys who apparently are very close to one another. And it goes on to describe their relationship, and twins do have a special bond, don't they? So I think it goes into telling you about that, and you can actually get the book in English to download for free. Now, as you can see, this book is quite brittle, and the cover is actually coming away from the spine there, so this would be a good book to alter. So that's why I picked that one. And I did try and pick books from her list that were in need of, they'd seen better days, as it were, so that I wasn't picking the best ones to be cutting up, although I did explain to her that that's what I use the journals, use inside my journals. Here was a little French to English dictionary, which I do holiday in France, so I thought that would come in useful and save me buying one. although, you know, I think most of us have got our mobile phones, but if I do want to rip it apart, the pages are nice and yellow, and they would make lovely pockets, and to even cut some of the words out as well to use in a journal. And then we've got this one, and this is called Eugenie Grandette, and published by Nelson, and I'm not sure what this one is about, but it's got a nice picture in the front, and it's a lovely colour, very dusty. Your fingers go all funny when you touch old books, don't they? I don't think there's any more pictures in this one, but I thought I'd look this one up as well, just to see if it can be translated so I can read it in English. And same again, I liked the fact it's got a nice cover, nice little spine on there with a bit of a decorative edge there, and it's in good condition. It's got an old price label, whether that's 40 francs or not, I don't know. It's got number 40 on it. So nice little book there. And then there's this one, and this is French Revision and Drill, and it's for University Tutorial Press Limited. So she did used to teach in languages, teach language, and she spoke lots of different languages. She spoke Russian and French and English and Welsh. It was first published in 1932 and then reprinted throughout from 1933 to 1957. And it's designed to assist in the teaching of French grammar and composition from the beginnings of the subject up to the standard of Oxford level examinations. So, yeah, useful book there. And then this is one of her Russian books, because she taught herself Russian. And same again, I don't speak Russian, and it's a Russian dictionary, basically. So I thought that might be interesting to have some book page with the Russian language in. And then there's an Italian book, and this one has seen better days, but I do like the fact that it's got ink on it and it's torn, etc. So, you know, you could use that in something else. And it's called The Basics and Essentials of Italian, and she was well versed in Italian, and her name was Rhiannon M. Williams, and she lived near Anglesey, Penmon. Oh, I was there a fortnight ago. Yeah, so lovely book here. And some tables in there, simple vowels. So I do like that very much. And these were all freebies, actually. She didn't actually charge me. It was 4 shillings when it was first sold. And you can get it French, German, Spanish or Russian. And just trying to see if there's a publishing date on it. Basic English. There we go. Let's have a look. This is the 3rd edition by Charles Duff. and there's no date on it. Oh, here we are. First published January 1938. And there's another Italian dictionary here, really tiny. And this is the vest pocket dictionary, so it's to fit in your top pocket. So that's great. Do like that. In Italian. And I don't know whether there's a date on this one. No, I don't think so. Copyright 1957. There we are. And then we've got this one, another one of these lovely creamy books. Bit worn on the spine, can't really make out what the embossing says. Letters de Mon Moulin. That's got number 25 on, and as you can see, it's ripe for splitting up, and it looks like she's posted something in here called a revival Provençal, which is hoped to popularise by the publication of a new journal at Toulouse. The OC, devoted entirely to the langue d'OC, experienced its first revival through the poet Rumenil. One day he was reading some of his poems to the mother when he observed tears in her eyes and discovered that it was because she could not understand his literary French. Thereon he vowed to write in future only in the dialect of Provence with which she was familiar, and kept his vow. Rumenil was a schoolmaster by profession and used to show favourite pupils some of his compositions in Provence. One of the lads so favoured found his own genius lit by the master's torch and made the langue d'oc once more a living force in literature. His name was Mistral. So she's glued that into the front page. And I thought I saw a picture there. A building. Chateau Neuf de Pape in Avignon. So I'm not sure if there's any more. There's another one there, I think. And there's Mistral there, rather handsome portrait. And I do wish I could read French. And another picture there. Moulin Alphonse Daudet. So yeah, that's another lovely book. And then we've got Simpler French Course for First Examinations by Whitmarsh. It's got some splashes on the front there. And you can see it's really yellow inside. And we've got just seeing if there's a date on there. 1951, note to the second edition, first published in 1938. There we go. And then we've got Learning Russian. Some interesting. Now this is in English and Russian. So it is descriptive, and it's got some diagrams in. Knitting. So I thought they were interesting. I mean, they're nice to go in a sewing journal or fashion journal. Very 50s pictures, 40s and 50s. So there we go. And this one was published in, if I can find a date, it's the 2nd edition. And then you've got the Russian alphabet there. Just see if there's a date in there anywhere else. No, not sure on that one. And then we've got Learning Russian Book 2. So it comes in a series. So this will be the same theme. So it has got some images in. Cars and things and space. Flowers and what did I see there? Watches. Trees. Some animals. And then we've got book 3 here. So I thought it would be good to have the series on those. Same again, they've got some interesting pictures. Fishes. Some hunting. There we go. Not sure what that was depicting there. And then we've got 1st year Russian, because she worked for the BBC. She had lots of booklets from the BBC, and interesting because she's written in them as well, where she's obviously been doing the lessons and she's, you know, translating. Yeah, very interesting to have that gift where you can pick languages up just like that. Must be amazing. And then this one is, I'm not sure what this one is. About, it's French, I think. And that was in 1972. But as to what it's talking about, I don't know. So that is my foreign book haul. So I hope that you found it interesting. and has helped you in your search for vintage books, if there's anything that has taken your fancy. And yeah, hope that you can find something to whet your appetite there. So that's it from me, everybody. Thank you for watching, and I do hope that you'll join my second haul video, which I'll be posting very soon. And I think that you'll like some of the books there, because they're all, well, most of them, or there's a few of them anyway, that are Edith Holden orientated. So please watch this space. So I'll say bye for now, and until next time, stay safe and be kind to one another. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye.